Hello and welcome back to chapter 5, lecture number 43. So we ended up in the previous lecture with importing this tree on our terrain. And when we created the render, I saw that the tree was very dense with leaves. So the density was too much. And that was because we had to scale the trees and had to sort of guess what the new scaling was. So, I want to zoom in on this tree. So let's take a close look if I enable the twigs. And I have to mention that your values are probably different than mine. It depends on your scaling. First, you should do this right when you start a scene. But if you have some issues with scaling, you just have to focus on your tree and find the new balance. So these leaves seems to be a little bit too thick. So I want to change this value from 2.5 to 2. And twig B should be 3. And you should enable it so you can see it. So it was 5. Yes, definitely way too much. We turn this back to 3, maybe 2.5 even. All right, and we do this we have 3 types of trees, so we have to check it. So that one should be 2.5 and the main twig should be 2. That was already pretty small. Just give it a quick check. And you can always turn this back, but yeah, we have to sort of find the right balance. And that one is linked. And this one should be changed as well. Oh, I should use a value of 2 and the main is 2.5. Again, maybe I will change these values again, but yeah, well, let's leave for now. Another thing is this tree should be rotated a little bit, RZ. So now we have this nice in front. So we see the split, and same for this tree. Otherwise, it's just a sort of a bark. A thick bark. Yeah, I like it. And these are different trees, so they won't look similar. And this one's maybe too much. Turn this back. All right. Good, so it's sort of fine-tuning. I like to rotate the sun lamp a little bit. That's because I wasn't happy with shadowing. And we're going to increase the amount of light to 11. Because later on we will add the atmosphere and we need a higher value, and already fix that for now. So something else I want to do is focus on the twig material. So let's go to the shading. Right now we have this sort of autumn look, this color yellowish and brown, and I want to add more variation, and we will do this with particle info. And we've done it with a grass, so we added some saturated areas, and we would like to do the same on the trees. So let's click on this tree, and I'd like to enable the leaves, and we select this area. And now let's click on the material. We're going to fine tune it. So let's get add color mix RGB, put it right there, and make this color very purple so we can see the areas we need to adjust. And so if we go for render, it would look like this. We wait for importing the HDRI because that was very slowing down the preview renders, but because we still have the procedural sky, we can do these nice previews. And I like to change the translucency to 0.3 because I think it's a little bit too much. Yes, and let's continue. I keep changing values. I'm looking at a tree and I think maybe a different value, and you can do that as well. I mean, you are the designer, and it needs to feel right. All right, so we have some purple areas, but it's like saturated all over the place, and we need to define on which area we want it. So we go to add, input particle info. There we have this, and we want to have the vector mapping. There you have it. We want to location, and we want to have a Musgrave texture, Musgrave, and we want to change this from FBM to hybrid multifractal. Wow, that's a lot of words. Let's put this into the factor, and there should be difference. Let's change the offset to 0.4. And we want to have a scaling of 0.2. So we now have nice areas on top, and maybe a detail of 8, but not quite sure. Yeah. Let's leave this maybe offset of 0.5. I'm just trying to... This is a lot of purple. Something between. Like 0.45. Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna like this. So we're going to copy the diffuse texture. I'm going to add color hue and saturation, and we want a UE of 0.4. Yeah, that will be a change. Different color, and we put this into the color. Let's take a look. We have some orange areas. Maybe going to saturate this a little bit. 0.8. No, we don't want to saturate this. Yeah. Let's zoom in a bit more. And yeah, you can see these are. This area has a different color, slightly different, but I like it. Yeah, definitely. It's all about the small details. I mean, we can make this crazy, but it's not about making a crazy scene. Oh, yeah. Just smooth. So maybe when we go into the final details, we will focus on it. Let's hide this tab, pressing N, Control B, the full amount, and we can disable these in the viewport. All right. So check, double check. I think we are set, and let's go for a render. I will pause it and have a quick preview on the scene what we have right now, and then we end this lecture. Yes, so I will render now. F12 and pause. And welcome back. So I made this quick render. So what I can see is that the density is much better. There are no more large leaves, just very small ones, and that is exactly what we want. There are some fireflies, white spots right there, so we have to change the roughness of the leaves to avoid that. And the grass is overpowered, like there's too much light on it, but because we're going to add atmosphere cylinder or object, that will make it more diffuse, so that will be in balance. Alright, so this is the end of this lecture. In the next one we're going to focus on the atmosphere. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.